Hey V, line them up.
What's up everyone, it's Jose with Speedlab and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I know we've been missing for a few months. Nonetheless, we're back. We're going to try to get as much content for you guys. We're going to go ahead and record all the day-to-day activities that we're doing, the projects that we got going on. Obviously some we can't really showcase depending on what the customer tells me. It might be a grudge car, stuff like that. We probably won't be able to post. But for the most part, the ones that we can, we're going to put all over social media. So if these are going to be on Instagram, it'll be on Facebook, or you'll see it here on YouTube. So today we're actually working on the infamous Dirty Taco 2JZ platform truck that we have, and it was a compound setup that we have, and we're actually now switching it back to a single. Not that the compound didn't work, it was a really big science experiment, and between myself, Chris Delgado from Pro Speed, Eric, and all the guys with Team White Rice, you know, we banged our heads a little bit on it, and you know, it got us pretty far. We needed to either upgrade the little turbo, which we were already having some small issues with spooling, or just add nitrous. And if that's the case, we'd say, you know what, let's just go ahead and scrap this, go back to what works, just like our teammates White Rice. And very simple setup, single turbo, whole lot of dope or nitrous, you want to call it. And you know, the guys already have a bunch of data, they know what works, and it's just be very simple just to kind of replicate that in the truck. We did a little few upgrades. We also noticed after Texas 2K there was some weird kind of play up top, and you know, it was the very first time we ever went quarter mile, and we obviously went over 200 miles an hour. We obviously for the most part felt really safe, but there were some things that I kind of remembered. We went ahead and set the chassis out to fix a few things that we actually end up noticing. So we're at that part now, and I've already mounted the turbo, so we're gonna go ahead and check that out. All right, so as you can tell, you know, like I said, we took it or sent it to the chassis shop. We got everything kind of redone in the front. You know, we got the new down bars going there, and a couple little more new components. Obviously, steering rack that we have there, new front motor plate. You know, so there's a couple of changes, and now what I'm trying to do is save a few things that we had from the old setup, which is basically the fuel cell that we already had made, and it actually fits. We just have to make a modification to actually hold it, because right now it touch it. Oh, there it goes. It goes down. So it's just there for now. So until I make this little bracket there. But like I said, a lot of changes. We're starting off with 45s, and we're cutting, basically I don't need the whole leg, so we're just chopping it here. As you can see, my marks are already there, so I'm going to chop this here, chop this there, and it should look something like this when it's done. So we'll have that set up now. I'm going to cut it, and then we got 90s to cut as well, and then we have my V-bands down there, and we should be hopefully forming this up. And then when I cut it, see how this difference, and then I have some scrap here that you can kind of see. I think I have this polished already, yeah. So see how the finish is on this. By the time I'm done with it, it'll look like this. So I'll polish the stainless to look like that. It'll have like a nice brush finish on it. It just makes the product look much better and higher quality and stuff. So all right, so just got a phone call from Kenny, and the catch can that we made for him, which is right here. Like I said, it's a custom baffle deal that we did for one of his customers. So We're gonna go to his place, and I actually gotta cut one more piece out for him to basically mount it. So we're gonna cut it out, and then we're gonna grab my helmet and stuff, and we're gonna head to his place so we can just go ahead and mock it up, tack it. He has a welder over there, so we'll weld it there in the spot. That way this is pretty much done, and he can do and finish off the vehicle that he needs to for the customer, and we'll go for there. So okay, so now that we're cutting that, obviously, like I said, we need to go to Kenny's, and I totally forgot that I need to make the bracket, the main bracket, to actually mount it on the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and design it really quick. And that's the cool thing about having a plasma cutting table, you know, in the shop. So stuff like this is pretty quick, and I can make, you know, changes on the fly. Sometimes it's not that easy, but you know, something like this, I can do something really fast. And yeah, so I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be a simple 4x4 piece of aluminum, and we'll make it really quick. So there. So this is what I'm gonna tell the actual plasma cutter to cut. So it'll be offset 0, and obviously I can go down, you know, in the future to explain. And this can be like another video. This is something too that I wanted to kind of push on the YouTube channel. Helpful videos and stuff, and you know, I guess we could call it educational. That'll be something that we're gonna be doing in the future and stuff. So I think it'll be cool. Always good to learn stuff, you know. Alright, so that's ready to go. My plasma is on. Alright, so basically now that we can cut it out, you can kind of see it. It has this plastic wrap that we normally order with, just to keep the surface, you know, obviously one side will always be scratched and from putting on the table and everything else, but we try to keep it nice and clean so that way the final product looks really, really good. In this case, we're going to rip this, well, before we rip it off, we'll clean the edges off just from the plasma. You know, we'll have a little bit of slag here and there. I got the machine to cut as good as possible. I could probably make a little bit more adjustments where I don't have much of this, which is basically called slag. But I'm going to clean the edges up, round it off a little bit better, and then take the tape off, wipe it down, and we should be ready to leave. So in this process, normally when we plasma cut it, the wrap obviously kind of melts, right? But the edges kind of get stuck. So we spray brake cleaner on them and let it soak just for a little bit, so that way it kind of breaks down the adhesive. And then you can just wipe it down like that and it'll come right off. So sometimes some areas are more stubborn than others, so you just have to repeat the process, but for the most part it's pretty much there. If it's bad enough, what I'll do is I'll give it a nice little sand, and you will never know. There goes that. A little bit better, so that's what we'll rock with, and it kind of matches the style of the pipe, so we're good to go. So now that we're going to be welding off site, cool thing about, and shout out to Link for being a sponsor in collaboration with Vibrant Value. They sent me all their equipment. They sent me their welding helmet, gloves, I mean a full welding station when we go to races and put in our race trailer. So I'll normally take this, put it back in the trailer, set it up. We'll have a welding table. We have everything so we can do welding off site or on site at the racetrack, because there's always people breaking stuff. And so yeah, so we do that, or basically luggage. So we can actually take, for something like this, that we have to go to another shop, you know, kind of already have stuff already set up in there, right? New gloves, everything, consumables, some perch plugs, which obviously we don't need right now because it's aluminum, and we got stickers. So, but technically this is my little travel pack. So what we're doing is we're gonna load up, you know, grab my gloves now, grab the helmet and everything that we need to be able to perform this job at Kenny Hubbard's shop. So what I'm gonna do now is get everything ready and load it. We'll get in the truck and we'll go ahead and head out. Ready to roll that, just a bracket really quick. Don't acknowledge the miller in the back. That's all he has here, so there's nothing against Miller. Like I said, it's just all welding machines are good. We prefer. Thank you. All right, so you know, we came over here to Magnolia to Kenny Hubbard's shop. At the catch can already 100% with the bracket that we made. He doesn't have a brake, so he did the old school way, which is basically grab a torch, you know, flame it, bend it, and then you know, bend it with the adjustable wrenches, and then hit it with a hammer and finish it off. So obviously it's a little old school, but you know, obviously we work with what we got. But that's all done. It's already mocked up. You know, we welded it on there. So all they have to do is make the holes and mount it, and then it's ready to rock and roll. So now we're heading back to Houston and continue on the Tacoma. So obviously we're back from Kenny's. Everything went good. You know, like I said, we welded a little bracket and stuff. We apologize that we couldn't really show the vehicle and everything else. This is what happens when you're, you know, dealing with grudge racers and everything else. They don't want nothing to be shown. Setups, car setups, I mean everything. It's very discreet. So we apologize for that, but at least you get a little bit of footage, you know, what Kenny has in the shop. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get the trailer ready for tonight, because we either leave tonight or first thing Saturday morning. We're gonna go to Missouri to go pick up a new project that one of my main guys got, and we're excited. Hopefully you guys are too. If you want, leave a comment and see what you guys think it is that we're gonna be picking it up. You know, that way obviously it's, you know, it's a little surprise. We're excited. Like I said, we're excited. I'm actually excited because I love new projects, and you know, the vehicle we're picking up it's a good starter, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. So like I said, guys, hope you guys enjoy what you guys are seeing, and stay tuned for the next video.